Hello, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you clicking on this video. My name is D.o.n.k, and this is a little passion project that I would like to call Minecraft Devotionals. This is a series where a rookie Minecraft player will take the time to spread the word of Jesus with a geeky perspective. It is mostly unscripted, but every once in a while you may hear a pun, see a little bit of building, and spend some time in the Bible. Let's go ahead and get started for today. We are in a brand new world. We're going to go ahead and do some fun stuff and take a look at what we have to start with. I am using a little bit of a minded Minecraft version because I am still fairly new at this game. Got the bonus chest as well as using the modded controller in order to play. I am typically used to playing Bedrock Edition. This is my first time playing Java on a computer. For a long time I was without a computer, so this is all fairly new to me. All I'm doing at the moment is taking some of this stuff, adding it into my inventory. With the bonus chest you can pretty much always get at the beginning of the game, but just collecting the resources because I don't know if we're going to be staying in spawn. Just getting the high ground real quick to see what kind of environment we are working with. I do have commands on, but I probably don't know how to use most of them, so probably not. Looks like we are in pretty much a jungle biome. That I can work with. I see a little bit of pale, maybe some birch over there. Decent sized mountain range. I can see us building down in that area. Like I was saying though in the beginning of this, it's mostly unscripted. It's pretty much just me fooling around on this world and talking a little bit about different things. Usually have some sort of idea on what kind of subject I'm going to want to work on today. And today I'm pretty much just doing setup. Yeah, I see a nice birch forest down there and a little bit of pale. We'll build down in this area for today. Get us a little started before the night falls and we go digging. Like I was saying earlier, is I have played on Bedrock Edition, so I do know the basics of the game, and I'm typically used to using a controller. I know that we need to get some food and some resources to get going. I know I probably got people right now watching this video probably scream at me for doing things a little bit backwards. Should probably cutting down, getting some wood, getting a crafting table. I like the water source. I'm probably going to building condensing down here, building the farm down here. I'm thinking about building the hut at the top of the mountain though. I use this beautiful waterfall that we have going a little bit and see what we can do is to carve in into the landscape here. Just making my way back up the mountain now. So I do not want to block off this water source for now until I get some buckets. I am thankful that there is some iron up here already. We can start mining and be able to get some buckets to make ourselves a little garden. But I'm thinking about probably building it up this way. We'll build a little dirt or wooden hut to start with, and as the episodes go on, we'll see about building it up and making it a little bit more grand. Yeah, I'm liking that. A nice view of everything on this side of the mountain, overlooking, and we can have stuff built down there, and I'm liking that idea a lot. Okay, I think it's time. It's starting to get dark. Let's go ahead and focus on our chores for the day then. Sorry, like I said, I'm still trying to get used to the controls a little bit, and there we go. Got some sticks. Alright, it's dark already, so it's a beautiful night sky. There we go. Just a little bit of protection while we stand here and talk while we wait for the night to go. First furnace. Just doing a little bit of organization. I understand that we do need to get a roof on this thing. And I got a couple of other projects that I would like to do with you guys before I end this episode for today. I do really love the view though. Does not look like we have any monsters to deal with, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of dangerous to see if we can get some more supplies around in this area. We can always rush back in here if we need to at all. His house obviously is not going to stay that way. I would like to get this base down a little bit lower and wider and build that out. But for now, I would very much like some of this coal and some of that iron that we saw. Just keeping an eye out. You never know what can pop up. Oh, I think I heard a reverse zombie. Yep, I definitely hear him. That just goes to prove that the mobs can spawn here, even if they are rare right now. Sun's coming up back up already, which is good. So we survived our first night. There we go. Like I was saying, that house was just for a temporary fix, just to get us through the evening. Now that it's daylight, we can get a little bit more of a platform built. Our inventory's not full just yet, so we can keep working for now. See how much of our platform we can get built before tonight, and then we'll stop again and have a little bit of a conversation. Looks like we have a little bit more time. This will probably be the last layer of this platform, and I'll start building up the hut that we're going to be working in for a little bit. Okay, I think this is pretty decent size to start with. At least for the next couple of episodes and a couple of days that we'll live in here, until we venture out and find some more materials to build. I do really like the fact that we managed to get a jungle, the birch wood, and the pale so close together. It gives us the different types of wood varieties. Starting box kit looks like it gave us most of the other types of wood, but until we get some more, I don't want to play with them too much. So I think we're going to start using cobblestone. Let's see. Sun's setting in that direction, so just a nice little window in this direction again, so we'll be able to see it. And I shall put the doors over here then. One shot, aren't I? Well, I got a little bit of armor on me. Just a minor helmet to start. But night's going down, so now I can finally talk about the subject that I wanted to do originally. Each episode, I would like to spend a little bit of time in the Word to just discuss different subjects. Okay, we'll be using a jungle sign, not oak, but just wanted the base of what was available. Let's see. I think this will be good to start. First passage that I would like to go over today also has something to do with new beginnings. Specifically, what was in the beginning. We are looking today at the passage of John chapter 1, verses 1 through 17. And I'm just making this little note here to give myself a little message every time that we play. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. There I am. The same was the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehendeth it not. There was a man sent from God, whose name was John. The same man for witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but he sent and bare witness of that light. That was the true light. That light lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own receiveth him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power, and became the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of will, nor of flesh, nor of will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, and glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bare witness of him, and cried, saying, This is he of whom I spake, and he that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. And the fullness have all we received, grace for grace. For the law was given by Moses, but the grace of truth came by Jesus Christ. I want to thank you all today who started my adventure in this. Every single day we will be adding a little bit more into this. We will be building more in this little hut that I'm building. We'll be doing a little bit more exploration, and even then, each time I would like to build these walls up with more and more passages. I thank you all again for joining me today. God bless. Hello, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you clicking on this video. My name is D.o.n.k, and this is a little passion project that I like to call Minecraft Devotionals. This is a series where a rookie Minecraft player takes the time to spread the word of Jesus with a geeky perspective. It is mostly unscripted, but every once in a while you may hear a bad pun, see a little bit of building, and spend some time in the Bible. In last episode, we went ahead and started our new world, found a location that we're going to be building at, collected some resources, and built these walls up. If you might have noticed, the walls and the ceiling and the floor is a little unfinished. Today, though, I would like to start off with a reading that we're going to be beginning with. This last episode, we did John 1:7 through 17. Today, we are going to be doing Matthew 7:24 through 27. Most likely you've already heard this passage before. Therefore, whosoever heareth these things of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, who built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon the rock. And every one that heareth these things of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. As you guys might have noticed, we already built upon the rock, but there are different types of rocks and stones in this game, so I think that I would like to change this up, maybe find some granite or some diorite or even deep slate and put it along the road here. And we also didn't build much of a roof last time either, so I think we're going to focus on that as well today. Let's go ahead and get started. It is about daytime. You can hear the zombies dying out, so I think it'll be safe for us to head on out. I just really love this view. This is going to be fantastic as we build these things out a little bit more. So I see a cave over that way. Maybe we can venture down there a little bit, get some coal and some torches into there and all that stuff, and see about getting some deep slate for our floor. I'm also probably going to build the ceiling out of maybe a little bit of wood. So maybe we'll venture on over and grab some of that birch that's over there on the other side. Really hope there's no powdered snow going up and down in this area because they don't have any boots yet. We did make a helmet last time here in Enderman. Thank goodness for the rain. Getting ready to go down in the deep dark. It's gonna be something. Should probably make a couple things before we go down there. Now, ever since they did that latest update where the caves and cliffs and everything was moved upwards in terms of the axes, it's been kind of nice to be able to find coal so easily, as well as iron and other materials. There are plenty of coal for furnaces and torches as we go down, and I got some... I do not want to mess with that Enderman just yet. Ooh, copper. The most recent copper update, there's a lot of pieces that we can be built with copper right now, and I've always loved the look of it, from the orange to the green. We'll be able to use some of this, and hopefully one day be able to find some bees to harvest and keep the colors the way they are. There's a decent amount of it here. I know by during this point in time, most pro Minecraft players will already have all the full enchantments on their things and be either grabbing this with Silk Touch or Fortune already, but I'm not to that point yet. I'm probably doing things in the wrong order. Probably going to need to go up and make another pickaxe shortly. We do have a couple of irons, so maybe I'll just use that to work it. Yep. I've only got one piece of iron, so I still gotta wait a little bit before I can do that then. Alright, back down. I'm going to pass on the rest of this copper. We'll come back and get it a little later. I see a creeper down there. See if we're going to bait him and knock him down farther. Only half a heart. Easily fixable with the melons that I have. I finally got some diorite and andesite. I personally like the look of diorite. I know many people don't. I want to know what your opinions are on it as well. If you can leave me a comment for that. Just collecting a few more pieces of the andesite as well. And I see granite. Granite, of course, looks really good with bricks and the other kind of redstones. And I think I hear a skeleton somewhere, but I don't want him to drop on us. It looks like we got a little bit of a drop in front of us. Ooh, spooked me. I didn't see where the arrow came from. There he is. I don't have a bow yet. I should have probably made one when I came down here. See if we're gonna sneak up on him. Knock him down to the side. Now, unfortunately, it looks like down there, there's Skulk. We are nowhere prepared for a end city. There, took care of him. Hopefully. Yeah, he's gone. So, taking a look, there's some deep slate there, but I don't want to get too close. So I think we're probably going to stay at this level for now. It looks like there's a decent cave system that heads in this direction with some more resources. I think we're just going to have to pivot our plans and maybe use some granite for floor instead of the deep slate for today. When we get more prepped, we'll come back down and go down there and deal with the wardens and find what kind of treasures are down there. I don't want to venture too far from my home just yet until we get our resources up a little bit better. So probably going to collect a stack of the granite and then come back down later. Of course, we got all the gravel here as well. Truly is beautiful down here. Really love the updates that they've been giving. We're going to slowly make our way back up. Just checking around to see if there's any more iron down here that we'll be able to get quickly. And definitely clean the area up just a little bit on the way next time back down. Looks like it also might be getting ready to turn nighttime. Nope, still day. Good. I was really hoping that he would drop some string. Could really use a bow. And we're back out. Let's head on back up to the home. Just collecting a couple birches along the way. It's the one thing about living so high on a mountain, huh? Gotta jump all the way up, all the way down. I'm probably going to explore all the different corners of this mountain eventually. There's our little hut over there. Eventually I would like to make a super smelter and just have this auto running all the time. Right, I'm going to turn this granite into polished granite. And let's build out our floors. Looks a little bit better in here now. Looks a little actually built rather than just the square box that we had built. Now here is the start of our terrible little ceiling. And it's going to be adjusted often as we add more floors and spread out and stuff like that. And we were able to add some color onto the floor and stuff. We did a little bit of verse for today. And I do want to thank you all for joining me today. It's been a pleasure, and I am slowly building myself just as this world is slowly being built. I want to send my appreciation that you guys are watching this, and I shall see you all next time. Hello, and thank you again for joining me today. I appreciate you clicking on this video. My name is D.o.n.k, and this is a little passion project that I like to call Minecraft Devotionals. This is a series where a rookie Minecraft player takes the time to spread the word of Jesus with a geeky perspective. It is mostly unscripted, but every once in a while you may hear a bad pun, a little bit of building, and spend some time in the Bible. Over the first episode, we found a location that we were going to build, put up some walls, and gathered some materials. The last episode, I changed the flooring over to the granite and put up a roof of birch, and off screen I finished the roof to what it is now. Let's go ahead and start today's passage, and then we'll start today's project. Today we will be looking into Matthew 18 verses 10 through 14. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come not to save that which is lost. How think ye, if a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, doth he not leave the 99, and goeth into the mountains, and seeketh that which is gone astray? And if so be that he find it, verily I say unto you, he rejoiceth for more of that sheep than the 99 that went not astray. Even so, if not the will of your Father which is in heaven, that one which one of these one should not perish. Verse always means a lot to me, and it's always important to know that Jesus went and he paid this price not for the people who are saved, but for those who are lost. At one point all of us were lost, and now we are found. Today our project is going to be a simple one, and you guys pretty much already caught the theme of each of the verses that we're doing. We're going to go and build our farm and see if we're going to find some sheep to finally get a bed to avoid the night. Let's go ahead and start the day. Beautiful sunrise. We'll probably build our sheep pen somewhere down this way towards the grass and flatter areas. At first we need to see if we can not go find some. I think this area down here would be kind of nice for our little sheep pen or whichever animal that we can find today. Hoping for sheep, but if we get cows or pigs or something, some sort of edible food source. And then when we build up our garden, we'll be able to start breeding and making things a little bit more nicer. I do love these flowers that they added into the game. It's very nice to see different types of leaves and stuff that are around now, besides just the grass. Rainy day today, so I'm hoping we don't run into too many of the bad mobs, the hostile mobs. Let's see. Oh! Well, we knew that was going to happen eventually. We still haven't bed yet to sleep. Hopefully I don't die before then. It's not a good day for this. Really do need to get a hold of a bow, and a bed would be nice. These things may end up taking me out. I really don't want to have to go back to the world spawn, but we shall see what happens. I didn't realize my axe broke though. There we go. There's one down. I crafted a couple more axes and pickaxes for my pocket. Probably should rearrange a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't attack us too much before we get a chance to heal back up too. Today was not a good day for me. I may have to return home. things we're gonna have to work on today is get a farm going to get some wheat going and live off the bread for a little bit. I would have hoped the rain would have stopped sometime during the daytime today, but it looks like we're not going to get that. So let's head back up to our house, and then as soon as the sun comes back out, we'll start our adventure. I'm just bobbing and weaving because I don't know where the phantoms are, and I don't want them to knock me off the mountain. There's a sheep, too. There's a bunch of sheep around here. It's great. Gonna make things easier. White sheep wool. Perfect. We'll go make a bed right now and then start our day. I think I built myself into a corner here when I built the top of the mountain. Almost there. Well, we know which side to come down now in order to go get our sheep for our pen. We'll be able to cook some of this mutton up as well and get some health back. Let's make a bed. It's nice to have that, so that way we won't have to worry about when we do eventually die that we won't lose our home. And seeing as how we had so much issues getting down there, how about we make our fences now? I'll need more birch wood. We'll do that at the bottom of our mountain. Well, you know, sheep was spawning, so let's go ahead and try to get as much birch to make up a little pen and see about getting sheep going. Really hope that's enough. We'll make a little pen for now and then build more as we get it. Got the little pen at least just started. We'll definitely expand that and fix it up in a little bit. There we go, some seeds. We have our bucket, we just need to get some water. There's our mine that we were at before. So let's head over to get some water, get some hay built, and start leading some sheep over here. It's a beehive there. That'll be nice for later. This is a good opportunity to be able to look around our mountain to see the different stuff. We know that we had this pale forest here from looking down. Back to some more snow. Oh, here we go. Eventually I'll most likely clean out most of this snow, although I probably should just get a pair of boots made. Not having an easy episode today, am I? We'll take another route. See, some water in that mountain over there. I was hoping to get back up ours. I'm just doubling back real quick to see maybe if we missed it, a small pond or a lake somewhere. I really don't want to leave the safety of our mountain too far until we get geared up a little bit better. Something better than just an iron helmet. I think I hear a bird. I know I get easily distracted, but a couple pieces of iron is always nice. Really didn't want to, but it looks like we'll take this piece of water source here. And tomorrow morning we'll go back down there and start the little garden. Do not want to pick fight with an Enderman just yet. Alright, let's go ahead back down to our little pen, build a little garden right next to it, get some hay, and then start bringing some sheep in. I'll find more of a water source shortly and make this a little bit neater and bigger and extravagant. As this usually say in the beginning of each of my intros, I am a complete and total noob to Minecraft, and it's quite evident based on how slowly I'm moving on this. So, while that's darkening and growing, let's go ahead and collect a couple more resources. It'll be nice to have a regular food source shortly. And we can also use the wool for different building materials and carpeting and eventually some pathways as well. Let's take a peek, see. Put some of our seeds down. And we'll wait for them to grow out. I really hope that Enderman does go away eventually. Probably end up building a little hut down here too for storage and a little bit of safety from who knows what other mobs can end up coming down here eventually. I do know about the carpet trick to hop over the fences and stuff, but don't have any wool yet to do any of that, so. Actually, maybe that moss might work. Yes, it does. Okay. I know getting the sheep into the pen, I'm gonna have to fight a little bit for it, but I need some slabs. Gonna go away. More slab. I really like the flowers right here. I'm going to try to keep as many as I possibly can, but for the sake of startup, and I have 12 birch trees, saplings. course there's water there. Right behind the house, and I didn't even notice. Nice, sleep. Okay. Let's go use our bone meal on a couple of seeds, and hopefully something has grown up. And then we will go ahead and get started. Oh, we need to stop on the other side of that mountain. Not quite. Don't want to break it too early. No, I guess it is ready. It's not accepting the bone meal anymore. Alright, first piece of wheat. So, let's go get our sheep. You know, they were growing on this side of the mountain. Did they despawn because it's a new day? I think that's the black sheep up there. Yep. There we go. Come on down, buddy. Just making certain he doesn't take it too much of a drop. And to keep his attention. That's one sheep. Halfway done. See if we now go find another one. Keep an ear out. If anybody hears one, let me know. Oh, I think I see another gray sheep up there. See if I can get up there without falling and into any snow. Perfect. Oh, I got two. You startled me. I've always thought the face of the sheep looked so funny to me. To me, it looks like they're just standing in a cross-eyed, but I know it's not designed that way. Come on, sheep. I know it's a far drop. Please don't die. I'll bring the one down and then go back for the other one. Come on, almost there. Perfect. Pair of sheep. thank you all again for joining me for today. This is an ongoing project, and everything will get better and clearer and larger as time goes on. But for now, I thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Hello, and thank you again for joining me today. I appreciate you clicking on this video. My name is D.o.n.k. This is a little passion project that I like to call Minecraft Devotionals. This is a series where a rookie Minecraft player takes the time to spread the word of Jesus with a geeky perspective. It is mostly unscripted, but every once in a while you may hear a bad pun, see a little bit of building, and spend some time in the Bible. In the first episode, we found our house location, built up these walls, and gathered materials. The second episode, we built the flooring by changing it over to granite, as well as putting a ceiling in. Last episode, we managed to build a small farm with a couple of sheep and started building some seeds, and had some problems with phantoms before I made the bed. Today's episode, though, I'd like to go ahead and start us off with a passage, and we're going to go do some mining. Today we are looking in Matthew 6, verses 19 through 21. Let not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or steal. For where your treasure is, your heart is also. Today I would like to go ahead and deck us out in some iron gear, and I'd like to be able to see if we can find our first diamonds. So I'm going to go ahead and collect what iron we have already cooked, and then go ahead and make what pieces of armor we can, and start with our equipment. Make a pair of boots finally. Got a pair of pants. And chest plate. Pickaxe. And I think it is finally time to change to a sword rather than the axes which we have. I'm going to continue to use the axes, but mostly for trees and stuff. Now that I have some protection on me, let's go visit our little garden on the way, and then head into the mines for today. Today I'm going to be trying to look for as much materials as possible. We know that iron and coal is somewhere along our mountain range here, and we don't need to go particularly digging for that. And while copper is nice, it's mostly for decorations right now, as well as the additional pieces that it has. As you see from last episode, we still have our sheep down there. It looks like they grew up a little bit. And we have a couple pieces of wheat, so we'll see if we can get them to build a little bit more and get some more food before we go down there. These trees are up high. Now we back up in a little bit, and I'm hoping to see our tiny little garden here grow a little bit more, as well as we get some more sheep. Okay. Just going to take a moment to see and make a little cubby hole here. I would also like to go ahead and build a small furnace down here as well. That way when we come back up we can just start cooking our materials that we have here. Alright, let's see what we can go find. We started digging a little bit down here in the first couple of episodes when we were gathering materials, and I know the pathway a little bit. Couple pieces of coal. I know we left some of this coal around the first time because we were only in for a couple of items, but now that we're going back down a little bit more, I'd like to gather some more. Even though we have iron, I still don't want to go down into the area that's down fully in the bottom just yet. Don't need a warden on us just a moment because I don't think I can handle them with just the iron armor. I'm also keeping an eye out because I don't know if skeletons have spawned around this time last time. And I see a creeper there. See another creeper up there. I don't want to get too close until we're ready, but it'd be nice to get a water bucket again. Spider in that corner. Some copper there. Alright, no sign of diamonds yet. Gotta go deeper. That was close. A little too close for my comfort. Okay. Let's head on back up just for the moment to go ahead and see if any of our food has grown up at all and make some more torches as well as cook the coal that we got. I do not want to eat rotten flesh unless we have to. I just used way too much of my coal. That was an accident. We will have to use our wooden planks that I have for now to cook these in, and as soon as I get some more coal, mine some more coal. Eventually this is all going to be cleared out. It's going to be a nice little hut that I'd like to build here, and it'll be a little bit more even to going down up and down these mines, as well as a pathway that'll eventually go up to our household. Alright, let's go back down. It's always so much easier to come down than it is to go up. Two pairs to choose from, and I hear something dying down this way, so... Nope, just loops around. Alright, let's take the other way then. Startled me. Really hope he drops some power. It'll be useful later. Now I look like a pincushion. Some more bones. Looks like this will probably be another dead end as well. Yeah. Oh, we can still grab the copper that's here. Be able to swap out the wood for the copper, the coal again. And probably get some more food, seeing as I'm about half health again. Just protecting our iron. It'd be a shame if they got despawned because I did something silly and ended up dying early. And garden's officially full, so now we can start using these to create some more. Do not want to eat that. One piece in there from that time. It's starting to become night. We may have to get a little bit more bold if we want a chance to see diamonds this episode. Yeah, we got string. And according to the recipe book, okay, so I can't look at the recipe book unless I get a crafting table. We'll come up shortly and be able to check that. See a couple more pieces of coal we've missed coming up and down. Still close enough to the surface that we can hear the weather outside, and it sounds like a storm tonight. see the skulk sensors down there. Do not want to mess with those. There's at least the two of them down there. But if that's the direction that we need to go in order to get diamonds, it just may have to be it. It's another dead end. It'll be nice to come back down this way though when we go for tough and get some bricks built. This is always so eerie to me. Do not want to create a lot of noise around here. That leads back up to the direction we came from. See lava down there. Maybe we can get lucky. Or something along that line. Ooh, lapis. come in really handy later when we start enchanting things. I do not want to fall into the lava. We want to get over that way. I think that's calcite. If that's the case, and we're close to a geode, be nice to get some amethyst shards. Almost there. Slowly but surely. We know that we're also underneath a geode, which will be nice to collect. But I still don't see any diamonds along those walls there. So quiet down here. I'm on a giant lava pool, and unfortunately I don't see any diamonds sticking out of the walls. Let's go take a lamp around this lava lake. Maybe we've got lucky. Just gotta be careful though, because I don't want to activate a warden just yet. Came from a decent sized geode up there. Is that an ancient city that I see over in the corner? I feel like I'm way over my head on this. Yep, there's an ancient city right there. I know the trick for it. We just gotta build up our sheep a little bit more, and we'll be able to use the wool to not make so much noise. But for now, I do not want to go in there, because you do not know what kind of trouble I can end up causing. Really is a magnificent structure looking now. Should probably head back up towards the home. Like I said, I feel like I'm way over my head at this point. It's a shame I wasn't able to get... Ah. Well, I'm going to end this episode here. We didn't get our diamond. We have our first death, and it was because of my own fault. And then maybe next time we'll find our diamonds and we'll be able to explore that ancient city a little bit more. But thank you for joining me, and I shall see you all next time.